Hello and welcome to Success Books Review. My name's Johnny and I'm here with reviews of the very best in personal and professional development books. As a coach, speaker, trainer and committed lifelong learner, it could be difficult to know what to learn, from who and how to make the most of your learning time. I started up Success Books Review to help you take the guesswork out of which books are worth your investment of time, money and energy. So grab a seat, make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. This week, I will be reviewing Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth by T.Harv Eker. As every good coach knows, all success starts with mindset. We all grow up with beliefs and values based on our influences and environment. Some of those beliefs may be serving us well. Some of them may actually be sabotaging us. This book starts to uncover some of the beliefs that may be damaging and maybe even uncover some of the expectations that we have around money and the ability to become wealthy, offering you the potential to replace those negative, unsupportive thoughts with ones that the mind of a millionaire would have. Whether you already know your limiting beliefs or you still need to uncover them, either way, you're still going to want to know what to do about them to make a positive change. If you are a financial coach, then you will definitely want to have this information in your tool belt. It teaches you to identify your money blueprint, which is your internal structure of beliefs that make up your current financial position. So if your finances are not great, or maybe somewhere very far away from not great, then you are someone that this book is specifically aimed at. If you have clients who are struggling financially, this is going to be a great resource to point them towards. And you could even start to include some of the declarations and principles of the book in your coaching sessions. Apart from the valuable declarations and wealth principles, you will learn T.Harv Eker's money management jar system. You'll learn how to calculate your net worth, which is actually your true measure of wealth, not just what's in your bank account. You'll learn how to start changing your internal conversation about money and wealth from one that may be sabotaging you to one that is not just supporting you, but helping you to grow and develop financially. One of the best ways to apply this is to do the declarations and exercises in the book as you go through. Now, some people are going to feel stupid pointing to their head and saying, I have a millionaire mind. My advice to you is to get yourself over that as quickly as possible. As Harv might tell you, would you rather feel a bit silly playing full out for a few moments and be successful, rather than not feeling silly and staying unsuccessful or even broke? As a coach, I have the wealth files and principles typed out and on my office wall. Now, I do actually do some coaching with Harv Eker International, so it's especially beneficial for me. But I would still recommend doing this to anyone who ever finds financial struggle coming up either for yourself or for your clients. The more you use the wealth principles and files, the more they will become part of your personal and internal conversation about money, part of your conditioning. If you can get to know the wealth principles and wealth files really well, then you are well on your way to becoming the proud owner of a millionaire mind. So here's one of the wealth files from the book. Rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me. Now, the associated personal declaration to this would be, I create my life. I create the exact level of my financial success. And here's one of the wealth principles from the book. Your income can only grow to the extent that you do. Now, I have this book in hardback. I also have it in Kindle edition and also in the audio edition. I have the original CD version with Harv on it, which I'm not sure is still available. Maybe you could get it secondhand now. The current audio version is not read by Harv unless you go to Audible and you download The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind in Turbulent Times, which I believe is a recording of Harv, but that's only available on Audible. You would need to either get a first free listen, or use one of your audio credits, or actually just buy it as a download. Now, the hardback book is my favorite version of this. Now, this actually has very clear reasons why it's my favorite. I've got Harv to actually sign the book from when I very first met Harv. Well, I've met him many times now. And I have my notes inside this book as well. This book is the first time that I ever came across Harv and his teachings. And just before I even really knew who he was, I just happened upon it in a bookshop and just went ahead and bought it. So I also have the original CD version, which I don't think is available anymore. And I strongly recommend getting this in all formats that you possibly can to really solidify these learnings. If you're anything like me, then you might feel a little bit silly at first doing the declarations out loud. Just get yourself over that as quickly as you can and go ahead and do it. The only real negative or downside I have about this book is that it does actually take time to make these changes and to install new beliefs. This isn't really a downside as such, just to help you manage your expectations that this isn't going to be instantaneous change. Changes like this take time. Not everyone loves Harv's style as well, and that's one of the criticisms that I've heard, especially from UK audiences who prefer their life lessons a bit more dressed up and polite instead of emotional, direct, and to the point. Now, for me, I love Harv's style, and many of you will as well. I recommend as well that you get yourself past that, because the lessons that he teaches are really valuable. One of the issues I sometimes find with declarations is that they can, to some people, seem pointless. Much like that idea of the old self-help mantra, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Well, if you can't believe that that's true, then they're going to be hollow words. They're going to be meaningless for you. If the declaration that you choose for yourself, or the declaration you say, feels like it's unbelievable for you, too far away from you or where you are, simplify it, make it easier, something that's more believable. You may even only need to change one or two words in order to do that. Saying I have a millionaire mind is not nearly the same thing as saying I am a multi-millionaire, which probably would have a lot of cognitive dissonance if you are not one. So if you do need to adapt these declarations at all, then please make sure you do. So just changing one or two words may simply be enough to make that work for you. On the technology of declarations, do they actually work? I'd say from personal and professional experience, yes, if you actually use them and continue using them and continue to take action in accordance with the declarations that you're making. That really is the only way to make them stick. Otherwise, you may find yourself developing the thoughts of a millionaire, but you won't have the actual millionaire lifestyle and bank accounts to go with it. There are many ways to help yourself install new and empowering beliefs. Declarations is just one technology you can use. I recommend using any and all resources in your coaching tool belt in order to get the results that you want to get. Now, I can strongly recommend getting hold of a copy of Harv's smaller book, which is called Speed Wealth. It's on Amazon at the moment in the UK for £2.27. Not sure what the prices are in other countries. This is the Kindle version though, that's £2.27. You may still find paperback versions online. These books are generally only sold at Harv's live events. So if you do see them online, they are probably secondhand and prices may vary. But the Kindle version, £2.27 on amazon.co.uk at the moment. Now, I liked Harv's message so much that I ended up going to one of his live events and registering for his Quantum Leap series of courses, and amazing courses they are as well. I eventually ended up coaching in some of his programs, and I've worked with many different people in the personal development world, and I can tell you that there is a big difference between people who talk a good talk and people who actually walk their talk. Now, I can say hand on heart that Harv is one of the most genuine, authentic, passionate people I have ever had the privilege to meet. And I feel very proud to be associated with him and his teachings. I chose to do this book ahead of reviewing a classic like Think and Grow Rich, simply because I find it to be much more useful to creating a wealth mindset, and also much more practicable in terms of the basics of understanding and applying money management and growing your net worth. If you don't already have a copy of this book, then be sure to get a copy in your preferred format. You might also like to pick up a copy of Speed Wealth whilst you're at it. It contains some more great principles for speeding up your journey to financial freedom and to greater wealth. Now, I don't believe that Speed Wealth is currently available as an audiobook, although I'm not 100% certain of that. You may want to check, but it is definitely available on Kindle. That would be the place I would most recommend to get it, or go to one of Harv's Millionaire Mind Intensive Weekends, events which teach a lot of the content from the book, and they are generally run by Success Resources. And although you're unlikely to see Harv live at the events anymore, Harv's trainers, which are hand-selected by him, they are amazing people, and they will deliver the same great teaching and exercises as Harv would. I will include a link to the Success Resources website in the description for this book. You can check out and see if there's going to be one of the Millionaire Mind Intensives near you anytime soon, and see if you can get yourself registered. It's a great course to get yourself along for. I will also include a link to Harv's website, because you will see now that many of Harv's courses and trainings are available online. So I would recommend checking that out and seeing what kind of things you might like to learn from Harv, and maybe even signing up for some of the free learnings that you can get from him straight to your inbox. If you like this video, please hit subscribe below, or don't, it's entirely your choice. You can find a link to the Success Books Club website in the description below, as well as information on how to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And for anyone who liked today's book and would like to buy it, then there will be a link to go ahead and buy that in Amazon as well. If you would like to own my mind map of this book, which I personally use to help me review the learnings contained within it, then you can register for Success Books Club updates, where you'll get notified of any new videos coming out, as well as receiving the accompanying mind maps for them. So click the mind map link and enjoy your reviewing. Action is the bridge between what's in your brain and what you can create in the real world. As you increase your learning potential, you will also be increasing your earning potential. Remember, Confucius says, to know and not to do is to not truly know. Keep on reading, keep on learning, and keep on doing. See you for the next Success Book Review.